welcome to another episode of Success Blueprint. I'm your host, Scott Hansen, and as you know, it's on this show that we have the fortune and the opportunity to talk to some of the most successful entrepreneurs, business owners, media professionals, sports individuals, athletes, and everybody in between. And we get the opportunity right here on the show to really get the nitty-gritty and find out exactly how these unbelievable entrepreneurs and successful business owners and successful executives really took concept and started a dream, and then as they continue to climb their success mountain and find out really how they did it. And today is absolutely no different. We are with a superwoman dynamo. Her name is Jane Bell, and she has an amazing story that I know you're going to want to hear. She's the founder and CEO of Success Media Group. I'll let her share that here in a minute. But I first want to introduce Jane to the show and really have her share with you her amazing story. So welcome to the show.
Hello, Scott.
How are you today?
I'm feeling wonderful. Thank you.
Good. Well, welcome to the show, Success Blueprint. As I sort of teed it up, it's the show that we get a chance to spend some time with successful entrepreneurs like you and really find out sort of your backstory and how you've got to be so successful and where you come from. And I know in talking to you before the show, you have an amazing story. And I would love to kind of hear your story, where you started off, because I know you're not from the United States, and how you got to be the founder and CEO of Success Media Group. So go ahead and share, please.
When I was 18 years old, I came to Chicago with about $200 in my pocket, and I started working as a nanny in Highland Park. And it kind of all started from there. I wanted to have my American dream come true. I wanted to be successful. I wanted to help other people. My passion is connecting people. I love marketing. I love face-to-face marketing and collaboration marketing. So that's something I've always been interested in, and I started going to school, and then I started working for a company doing marketing.
Wow. So you came over from the former Soviet Union. You landed here in Chicago. You got on your feet. You started to learn the language. You started to kind of figure some things out. You started to have some success, but I think you also had a tragedy. So at a young age, you were diagnosed with MS. Could you explain a little more about that?
Absolutely. When I was 24 years old, I was getting a divorce with my first husband, and as a result of this and stress in my life, I believe I was diagnosed with MS, and half of my body was paralyzed. I could barely walk. I unfortunately could not work anymore. I had to be on a short-term disability, and I was told by doctors that I will be disabled, that I will not be able to live life fully and function. And I was devastated. I thought my life is over, and then I started looking for people who have overcome this problem. And I thought, if I could have even one example, I'll just follow that person and I'll do whatever they did, and then I'll be healthy again. And interesting fact that I found not one, not 10, but about 30, 40 people who have overcome this problem. Yet they all had their own path to success. And I noticed that it's not what they did, is how they did it. So it's all about the attitude. Number one thing, which was the most difficult for me, was to take responsibility for my health in my own hands and not rely on somebody to cure me, but instead completely 100% accept that this is my body, my life, and I am in charge of it.
Wow. You know, and I think, and I know a little bit of your story prior to this interview, and it just goes to show you that you can literally, with the right attitude, the right work ethic, know that you are totally in control of your destiny, and that no matter what you come up against, because you've come up against a lot. I mean, 24 years old, MS, you'd be told that you're not going to live a fulfilled life, and here you are now, healthy, successful, and you're doing some amazing things in the community. So when you were told that, I want to get back to that for a second, because I think that this is a really big part of the interview, which is it's all about you face fear right in the face, but you overcame that. What was the thing inside of you that said, you know what? Yeah, the professionals that supposedly know what they're talking about are telling me I might be disabled and maybe I should go on a bunch of medication and just accept it. But I know you did the exact opposite. You researched, you looked for people that weren't taking medication, and you sort of went the holistic approach versus taking medication. Is that kind of what happened?
Yes, absolutely. I've gone to several doctors and I wanted to get a second opinion, third opinion, and I've noticed that in different medicine, different cultures, they don't have exactly the same diagnosis and the same symptoms. They, in Asian medicine, actually break it down to small problems and they cure each one individually with herbs and with other things. And what I've noticed also is the attitude plays a huge role in the healing process, because incurable means curable from within. So we actually have ability in our body, our cells, to heal and to get better. And most of us are just being so brainwashed by the standards of the medicine right now that you gotta take a pill in order to be healthy. However, yeah, it works in certain cases. We have a headache. However, for something chronic, long term, there's a deeper cause into it, and you really need to look into what is it, what is your body trying to tell you. And in my case, it was my body was trying to tell me to stop stressing out over things that were going on in my life, and it was just gathering, just wanted to get my attention, to pay attention to me, my soul, and my body.
And you're cured now.
I feel fine. I have once in a while I have a little bit of problems. However, those are the problems that are signs for me that I'm going to the wrong direction and I have to stop and I'm not focusing on something. So the disease is for me a way to kind of it's a guidance. Maybe we should start over.
That's okay.
So, I want to see how I can phrase it. The point is that it's a signal. Okay, so that's what I should. MS for me in my life is a signal where if I know I'm not doing something right, it's gonna have effect on me and it's gonna show me, and it's the best thing that ever happened to me. I have to tell you, so many years later, I am very lucky and fortunate to live the life I have and to be healthy and to inspire others, to let them know that they can do it and they can overcome it, and there is no such thing as incurable, and you can overcome any problems that you have. And life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. So everything is neutral. Nothing that ever happens to you is bad or good. It's your perception. It's your outlook at what's going on is what determines how it is for you.
You know, as you're talking, I'm just grinning ear to ear because everything that you talk about is stuff that, as a business coach, as someone that coaches business owners and executives, it all starts with the right foundation, and it starts with the right mindset, I call it. And everything you talked about, you mentioned the word attitude a bunch of times. You mentioned that it's not what happens to you, because what happens to you happens to everybody, right? Things, not necessarily MS, but failures and negativity and things and roadblocks and all that happens to everybody, right? So as I always talk about on the show, when you're climbing Success Mountain, you're going to get knocked down. You're going to get punched in the face. But I love your attitude, because it's bring it on. I've already been faced with MS at 24. I faced it. I conquered it. So I want to shift gears for a second. I want to talk about this tenacity and this attitude that you bring to the table. I would imagine that it shifts over to your business as well, because your attitude in your personal life and your health is absolutely spectacular. It's just so much fun to listen to. I would imagine you bring that same tenacity, same attitude to Success Media Group. So why don't you tell the viewers a little bit about Success Media Group and what it is that you do?
I started Success Media Group in 2005 when I wanted to leave corporate world and to pursue my American dream. And I started doing it in my basement in the house and meeting with people in Starbucks. And my dream was to have an office to help people connect, to help people market their businesses and to interact with each other. And in 2008, I actually was able to get an office in Wheeling, and then it kind of started growing from one thing to another. I had started the Success Business Club, which has several members every week added to it, because we have an amazing program to support local entrepreneurs and business owners. For only $50 a month, our members can use our office space to meet with clients in professional environments, and they can also attend our social media classes every Monday that I teach. And I truly am a huge believer of marketing on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, etc. A lot of the business owners just don't know how. So that's how we help them. We teach social media classes. We invite experts to help us teach about social media and about how to market yourself online on internet, and how to use Google Drive and other tools that internet has for us.
I know that you're obviously, as you've mentioned, you're huge in the community. You also have a massive outreach in the international community, having a background from the former Soviet Union. So can you talk about how that impact, that I call it servant leadership, and I know you outside of here that you talk about a lot about giving back versus taking. Can you talk about not only Success Media Group, but also your impact with the international community and how that has helped your business grow and your way to give back to the community?
Well, I would love to tell you there is so much that we do. We had been participating in the program called Children Surviving Terrorism. We brought children from Beslan and from Israel who were part of terror acts, and we wanted to show them that this world is so much better than what they probably have seen, and there are people who care about them, there are people who love them, who want to help them. And we brought 9 children from Israel and Beslan. The reason why we wanted to bring these children to United States is we wanted to show them that world can support them, and somebody out there cares about them, even if they don't know about them yet. They really want to help them. So we had this program several years ago where they came here for 2 weeks. They went to Disneyland. They were able to go to doctors to check their health, and they were so happy when they were leaving here. They were in completely different state of mind.
Sure.
And also I organize a lot of networking events free of charge at our office every month. So that is an amazing opportunity for business owners to connect and to meet with others and to get some business.
I know you've done a lot of things already in your young life, and you're still climbing your success ladder and up your success mountain, which is amazing. I do want to shift gears for a second. I know we talk on this show a lot about, staring fear in the face, and when you come up against, I call it the terror barrier, what do? Most people, they look at the wall and then they retreat. You continue to knock down new walls, and you continue to climb, and you continue to do amazing things. But I'm sure that with all your successes, you've had a failure or two. Talk briefly about the failure and how that's helped you grow.
That's a great question, Scott. My favorite quote is by Henry Ford: whether you think you can or cannot, either way, you're right.
Right.
With that being said, we're all human beings. Do I make a mistake? Absolutely. Have I done something that I regret? Totally, yes. However, it's not what happened to you before is what matters, it's what you can do about it now. And a successful person is somebody who falls and gets up. And the only person who never makes a mistake is a dead person. So as long as we're alive,
Right, sure.
we'll continue making small or medium or big
Or large in my case, yeah.
mistakes.
Sure.
And it's okay. It's all part of life, part of experience. Nobody is perfect.
Mm-hmm. That's great. That's great. And I've failed many a times and continue to fail, but I think it's in the failure. I think it's in the actual failure itself is when we grow the most. Because as one of my mentors once said, that success is not a linear line, right? It's sort of like the stock market. And when people are happy and joyful, that's the good times. You know, everybody can get through the good times. It's when you're kind of in the valley, if you will, and you say, can I do this another day? Can I make this happen another day? Is your dream or vision big enough that I think that creates some of the success stories that we're talking about? So I do want to talk about, I'd love for you to share, we've talked a lot about business practices and successes and failures and your story. Share with the audience for 1 second maybe some amazing thing that you can do that nobody knows that Jane Bell can do, whether it's some sort of a trick, or you're able to do things, or maybe a hidden talent. Is there anything that maybe most people don't know about you?
Well, most people think that I speak Russian and English.
Okay.
But in addition to that, I also speak Ukrainian, I speak some Polish and Spanish. So it really helps me to connect with all the ethnic communities. However,
Wow.
I don't get a chance to practice. And another thing that probably not a lot of people know about me, that I can swim for hours. I love swimming, and I could swim for 2, 3, 4 hours nonstop. I just feel in water that this is like an amazing experience, and I don't get tired swimming.
Wow, that is awesome. So now I'm really going to put you on the spot. Say, how are you in all those languages?
All right, so in Russian, как дела? In Polish, jak się masz? In Ukrainian, jak dела? And in como está in Spanish.
There you have it, an international powerhouse, Jane Bell. So, well, this has been amazing. I just want to have you have a chance to share with the audience what's coming up here very, very shortly. Right around the corner, you have one of your largest international expos that's just taking place a day or two from the filming of this video. Do you want to share more about that?
I would love to,
Okay.
and I have a flyer about
Perfect.
this international expo,
Okay.
which is going to be this Sunday, December 14th. It's the only ethnic trade show that connects all major communities under one roof, and it's such a fun event. In addition to holiday shopping, you can also experience Chicago Magic Man performing live, and it's fun for adults or children, for anybody. And you can also see Disney characters. We'll have Elsa from Frozen, we'll have Mickey Mouse, we will have Brazilian jazz band performing and teaching how to dance samba. We'll have so much fun this Sunday at White Eagle in Niles on the corner of Tui in Milwaukee. So December 14th, this Sunday, come check it out, and the website is international-expo.com.
International-expo.com. And if someone wants to get a hold of you in terms of your business, what's your website?
Our website is www.successmedia.org.
Successmedia.org. So if you're not doing anything this Sunday at the taping of this show, come check out the International Expo. You get a chance to meet a Magic Man, Elsa, Mickey Mouse, ethnic food. You get to talk business and hang around with local businesses. What am I missing?
We're having a special offer from Costco. You'll get Costco cash card if you sign up for membership right at the expo.
Right there at the expo. So you got to come check it out this Sunday, December 14th. This has been an amazing, amazing interview, because this is the first time I've interviewed someone that wasn't born in the United States, and it's just so much fun to hear your story and some of the trials and the tribulations and some of the setbacks that you've had. That, I look at my life, and if I get a cold or if something happens to me, I think it's, the world is ending. But for you, what you've went through with MS and your way over to the United States and how you've overcome everything, you're always smiling, I know that, and you're doing some amazing things with the community. This has put a lot of things for me in perspective about my life and about my business, and I know that we're going to continue to be friends, obviously outside of here and this has been a great, great experience. So thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you so much, Scott, for having me. I would love to invite all business owners, entrepreneurs to become a member of our Success Business Club.
Great.
And as an offer for this program, I can offer them first month for free.
There you go. Just for listening and watching the show, talk to Jane about the Success Media Group and her offer that she just put on the table, which is great. So thank you for that. So this is a wrap-up of another episode of Success Blueprint. Again, I'm your host, Scott Hanson. If you're looking to be coached or do any leadership training, make sure to go to my website, scotthansonconsulting.com. But for now, as always, go out and make it a great day because you absolutely deserve it. Take care.